Wheat, barley, and fallow. That's what my father taught me. If you've got 3 fields, you sow wheat in October and barley in March and let the third field rest. I don't know why the fields have the right to rest when people don't. I only know that's what he told me. My father's been dead for 4 years now, but I think of him every day. I used to lead the ox when he plowed. We'd finish the field on the north side of the village and cross to the west. But that was a long walk, and he'd let me ride the ox. Then the Lord gave us a strip in the low field, and that was so far, it took half the day to get there, and I couldn't keep up. And neither could my father. There was so much walking between the fields, and the strips of land were so small, our harvest wasn't worth a rotten apple. And then there was the work he had to do in the Lord's fields, the work he was paid to do. Every day he'd bring home 3 herrings and a loaf of bread. But sometimes the herrings had been dead so long we couldn't eat them. One night he came home late, and my mother ran out and put her arms around him. And I heard her say, "Why, what's that?" And he put his hand over her mouth and led her inside. And under his smock, he had a hare most as big as a fox, still warm. He'd killed it with a stone. My mother cried, and she said he'd be hanged. And he told her to clean the hare for supper. So we had fresh meat, and I ate so much I was sick in the night. He said I couldn't tell anyone, not ever, because that hare belonged to the Lord, and we had no right to eat it. And I never did tell, and no one found out. And when he lay dying, he told me to work hard and take care of my mother and sisters. And I promised I would, even if I died of working. I always did everything he told me, and I always will, so long as I live.